guys, welcome back to Davenport Delights. Hello, so delighted to see you again. Now, I would like, before I continue, to thank my many viewers in many different countries for their fantastic response to my pasta pie. It really was very heartening and very exciting, and the generosity of your response was entrancing. And thank you for the gifts, the aprons, the mirror. Somebody gave me a mirror, which is very useful for me to look at after doing my cooking, just to check my face hasn't changed in the meanwhile. The tins of tuna, the cheese graters, the overwhelmingly kind response. Today we will do my famous apple crumble. And just to get back to that pasta pie thing, I'd like to thank the one person, there was a person, who got back to me and said they would use my recipe. And that makes me feel fantastic, that out of all of you hundreds out there, one of you is going to use that recipe. So, makes me feel cheerful. Now, ingredients are fantastic apples. Now these are, can you see the flag? These are Bramley apples. Very British, very good, very special. A little bit of French butter. You see, we really are Vive la France, and a sort of, yes, a bit of French unsalted butter. Although it could be salted. Salt is pleasant, salt is nice. It's a bit like oil. You need salt every now and then. Now, butter, salt, and then sugar. Caster sugar. Here we go. Lovely fair trade caster sugar. Or, if you want to be a bit braver, a bit more alternative, how about a bit of brown sugar? Now, this is a nice bit of stuff, and it's brown and very pleasant. There we are. And if you want to be really alternative, there's something else up there which looks exciting, but I can't. Oh, it's actually, no, it's a bread mix. You won't need that. But I like adding exciting and excited things to it. We put the oven on to 180. We have a bowl for cooking the apples. We empty out the water. Put very little water. Water is the enemy with apple crumble, and you have your 6 perfect looking Bramley apples. Now the point of the matter is you have to peel these, and in the peeling lies the excitement. In fact, I don't know where Carly is, because Carly is a dog, Serbian dog, made and bred in Serbia, who we brought over with us in our journey, our sad journey, away from Serbia to Britain. What you have to realise is that I am highly allergic to apples. And therefore this kind of task is not only dangerous, but potentially lethal. I cannot eat a raw apple. I'm a Snow White person, and so in other words, all apples are as dangerous to me as the poisoned apple was to Snow White. So one bite of an apple and I would be really dead on the floor. So therefore, we left Serbia, very sadly, with a car laden with delicious goodies. Rakia bottles, wine bottles, pictures, books, the mirror, the graters, the tuna, and everything we could possibly salvage, apart from my rose bushes, which we couldn't fit in. And I'd given my fig tree away to somebody, and the bougainvillea is a wedding present for the wonderful people who gave me this apron. And anyway, a lot of emotion. We got into the car. Gosh, now I have a kind of blister regard. Ooh, that's nasty. So it's for me, without doubt, a difficult job, but a job I do with love. And gosh, this is painful. Gosh, the blister is getting worse. The suffering that one goes through as one cooks. Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, oh, here comes Michael. He's the current handyman. Do come in, we're just on telly. And Michael is repainting our sign. Yes, there he is. There you can see him. He's
just doing a bit of painting of rocks and grass.
Yes,
like that.
That's very Alice in Wonderland.
To miss the target.
Very Alice in Wonderlandy, but gosh, this is hard work. Now, what we're doing now is we're putting the peels into the bin. In England, you put everything very carefully into little bins. I do that in Belgrade as well, but then they all get mixed up later on. So Carly likes sniffing the bin. So there we are. We have the perfect pot of apples. And if you are lucky, you can find a clove. Now, I'm very keen on cloves. They're marvellous. And there's a special recipe, which I picked up in Serbia, whereby you put lots and lots of cloves in water. And then you drink it. You see, I'm putting a whole handful of cloves in. Nobody likes them in the family, but I do. So we use cloves. And if I can find cinnamon, I will use it. I find some mixed spice. So just because this is, trying to be a bit more sophisticated, I put a bit of mixed spice in to make it a bit spicy. And then you leave it there perfectly happily simmering away. Now you have to do the second task. This is why it's a very interesting dish, because you have several different tasks. So the next bit. Now I was telling you, I was about to tell you how we managed to get across the border into England. Very difficult. Damn difficult getting into this country. So if we're in here, you better stay. That's the sort of attitude. Well, that was one of the reasons why it was so sad to say goodbye to our friends in Serbia, because some of them, for some it'll be difficult getting to England, because not only does it cost a fortune, it's very expensive. Look what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to be all bourgeois and do it with a knife, but no, just get your hands in there. Come on, get a bit, muddly, and there we are. That's super. What I've done there is I've pasted or basted the dish. If it's basted or margarined or buttered the dish. So you've got a lovely, delicate, buttery dish. Now, what I'm doing now is I am making the crumble. Now, that is a work of art. It's not easy. It's not normal. It's normal. People make pastry, but I ain't normal. So what do you do? Measurements. Now, as you know, I can't stand them. So this is not a whole packet of President. You can get that. This President butter can be bought elsewhere. So I take about that much. Can you see? I haven't the foggiest idea how much that is, but can I just show it to you? Take about that much. I'm in measurements. Who needs them? Chuck it in. Then, flour. We almost forgot that. Now, I'm using some self-raising flour. Why not have a crumble that self-raises? And again, do a bit of, jassing. That's what I call it, jassing around. Don't put too much in or too little, but just a certain amount. You don't want to overdo the crumble. Just a bit more. Use your head, use your nous. It can't be that difficult. Now, the next step is you then get your hands. Again, you get them a little bit dirty, but this is a hands-on dish, and you crumble it, and it's great fun. This is lovely. You actually create a sort of work of art. Can you see it? Isn't that lovely? Because and it's a super feeling thing. It's quite, pleasant underhand. It's very nice feeling. It's quite sort of. Now I think I've got too much butter in there, so I think right, a bit more. What the hell? Stick a bit more powder. I was going to call it powder, but it's not powder. It's self-raising flour. Now that's rather special, but you can use ordinary flour, any kind of brasno, fleur, farine, whatever you like. You can find. And again, I think that's not quite right, because it doesn't feel quite right. Something, it's about feeling. This is a dish where feeling is paramount. Can you see now? You're suddenly you feel, oh, that's crumbling nicely. It's not too much butter. It's not too much crumble. It just might be too little crumble. But I hope I haven't made too little. But I could always make some more in another dish. But if you want to make more, you have to make it in another pot, because otherwise the consistency isn't perfect. So could I have another pot? I want a bit more, please. Now, to finalise it, I add some sugar. So, very tasty. Really nice. Could eat the lot. Now, therefore, I'm doing this again. I'm making another lot for you, just to make it simpler for those of you who are not such advanced cooks. Right, here we go. Anyway, so I've got to tell you about how we got into England. Now, Michael said, we got to France, had a lovely time in France. France was very nice. Roads are empty, and they're not murderers on the roads like they are in Germany. Sorry, Germans. I know there are plenty of you in my audience. I love you dearly. But on the roads, no, das ist nicht gut. Das ist schrecklich. On the Autobahn, no. So I'm always terrified of the Autobahn. Anyway, here we are. I'm going to do half portion a little bit extra, just to give you another idea how to do it. So what do we do next? We get a bit more, do a bit more pouring. There we are. Scruggle it around, have that lovely feeling again. You see, I'm having double do. A double do with a lovely feeling. So you bung in a bit more of the old farine. Oh, there's a smell now of burning. Help. Help. Gosh. No, that's silly. for some reason it's burned a bit. So what do? Oh dear, this worries me. Get a bit of water and stuck it on. Whoopsie daisy, there we are. Are we all right? But anyway, for goodness sake, just bash around and keep on. You see what I mean? Keep on, but not too much water in there, otherwise you'll drown the apples. And that is, though I say it myself, a work of art. And it's not that easy to produce. Yeah, and then you look for a masher. Now, last time I looked for a grater, and I didn't find one. This time I'll probably find a grater, but no masher. Oh, the crumbs. That's a masher. Nice looking thing. Bang, bang, bang. Good for mashed potatoes. I love it. It's one of those super things. Oh, this tastes a bit salty. It's a bit salty. Can I have a taste? Don't forget, taste what you produce. Salty. Salty but nice. Oh, it's salt. A bit more of this. It's a bit salty. I normally do it with... Is it too salty? Let's say salty.
No, it's not salty.
I'm sure. Slightly salty because the butter was salty. It's nice. It's a nice salty taste. Lovely. Gorgeous. Super. Could you bring some potatoes? I want to show people how to do this while we're waiting. Might as well. You're getting two things for the price of one. There they are. The potatoes are near the milk in the fridge. And I just want to show you a potato, not to be confused with an apple. Here we go. Today is a bit more very. Yep, we're coming on nicely. Soon we're going to have to do the big mash. Now, here we are. Lovely essential Waitrose. Ooh, not advertising Waitrose again. Shine a light. Look what nice size they are. And to make the roast potatoes, you just... I don't know why it's funny when I look at a potato, but for some reason it's amusing. But anyway, these are fantastic. You cut them in half, and then you bung some oil on, and stick them in the oven for about an hour. And then you have the most perfect roast potatoes. I mean, unbelievable. So, you see what a nice colour it is there. It's not burnt, but it has potential for burning, so watch out. So then you do the bit. Now, this I find difficult, like I find difficult grating cheese. I don't know, I've lost the power of the push, so I have an assistant who does the pushing for me. Could you push? She does the bang, bang, bang stuff. Weak wrists can't do it. I mean, I can do it, of course, but not on telly. I then scoop the delicious mixture, and you see how nice it is. It's not completely fine, like German Apfelmus, but that makes it, a little bit more rustic. It's got the rustic bit, and it smells absolutely delicious. There's still some lumps in it, but that adds to the, the je ne sais quoi. You don't want it to be boring and... oh, sorry, I used the wrong word. But, you don't want it to be tiring. You want a little bit of crunchy in it. And don't forget, the extraordinary thing for me, as somebody who is highly allergic, not only to broccoli, carrot, peanuts, and etc., but especially apple, is that I'm not allergic to this. Cooked apple I can eat. And now, what you do is you crumble in a very delicate and happy way. You crumble your crumble. Can you see how lovely that is? Isn't that beautiful? You're crumbling your crumble. You're fumbling your fumble over the thing, and then you roll it. It is delicious. And with that, and it's going to go in the oven now for about half an hour and 30 minutes, and I'll show it to you when it comes out. You'll see how beautiful it is.
How much would you like, darling?
Oh, as much as you can. Give me.
Oh, that's a nice response to my apple crumble. As much as I can. Well, that I like that response. That's really good. I can give you more than this, but I think that probably...
That wasn't staged.
Thank you, darling.
There's nothing staged in this whole event. Sit down.
Okay, let's have
Tucking in
our
here.
reactions.
Are we on the video?
Look at Carly's bottom.
That
Carly,
is
show me your face.
absolutely delicious.
Oh, she's enjoying it. Look, Carly's enjoying it. Look at her response.
That is absolutely delicious. I think it's got a bit of cinnamon in it, doesn't it? Absolutely lovely. Really, really nice.
A bit of mixed spice.
Well done. Jolly good job, Mummy.